Welcome back to my channel, guys. It feels really good to be able to say that. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your very first time. If this is your very first video here, it's perfect timing. Yes, it feels good to be back on YouTube after a break. I took a break from creating content. But happy new year, happy 2023. How was 2022? I really want to know how 2022 was for you guys. And I know it's a new year, it's new energy, new resolutions and goals that we have set for ourselves and all of that. But for this video, I just want to relax and talk about how 2022 was for me, talk about my experience, my 2022 experience, and now that I'm back on YouTube, what to expect in 2023. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So 2022 was a pretty good year for me. 2022 was the year I started creating content on YouTube, and it's been a year of creating videos, even though not consistently, but creating nonetheless. And I started YouTube in January 2022. And February 2022, I finished my NYSC. So for those of you who don't know what NYSC is, I live in Nigeria, and it's a compulsory one-year scheme that graduates have to do. So you get posted to different states and you work there for 1 year, basically like serving your country. So I was done with that in February. And after NYSC, then comes the question of what to do next with your life. What do you want to do? Do you want to further your education and go for your master's degree, or do you want to get a job? For me, I wanted both experiences, but I knew that I wanted to work first, probably before going to further my education and getting a master's degree. So fortunately for me, I got both experiences. I got admission into 3 schools that I applied for my master's degree. 1 was in Nigeria, 2 were outside the country, and I also got a job immediately after my NYSC. And then came the question, what do I want to do next? Do I want to further my education first or do the job first? But like I said, I was leaning towards work experience first, and so I took the job and started working. Now my work experience, I knew that it was going to be for a period of time, because I always had at the back of my mind that I wanted to further my education, and it was a beautiful experience nonetheless. I got a lot of hands-on experience that I wanted in the fields that I wanted to do, like my future career goals, and that was very beautiful for me. I got to travel as well, which I also really love. And then came I was working for about 7 to 8 months. Then I left my job and I decided that I wanted to go to school. Luckily for me, during the time I took the job, ASU went on strike. Now, what is ASU? Like I said, I live in Nigeria, and ASU is the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian universities, and they went on strike because they were underpaid or not even paid well at all. And the strike went on for the whole 7.5 months that I was working. So after ASU called off the strike, I decided to resume my master's at the university in Nigeria, and that was around October. And I think that was around the time I couldn't post consistently anymore, because I was adjusting to being a student all over again, and it was a change for me, adapting and taking classes, assignments and all of that. But nonetheless, I was able to adapt, at least so I think. It has been about 2-3 months of classes since ASU called off strike, and the change, like I said, it was hectic, and I had to figure out how to be a student again. But nonetheless, I think I have been able to figure that out, and I'm grateful for that. So that has been what has been going on in my life. That's my life update so far for 2022. I turned 23 in 2022 as well, which was a beautiful experience for me. So what lessons did I learn in 2022? I think the very first one was 2022 taught me to blindly trust God's purpose and timing for my life, because as a young individual in Nigeria, I know the pressure that we face on what you want to do, especially after NYC was over. There was a whole lot of, oh, are you traveling out of the country for your master's, or do you want to stay back? With my course of study, I studied nutrition and dietetics as my undergrad, and I'm also currently doing my master's in clinical nutrition and dietetics. So, but there was that question of, oh, do you want to do your master's? Do you want to actually work in the nutrition space, or do you want to branch out? Do you want to try a new career path? Do you want to get a job? Do you want to start a business? And that pressure was much. It's a lot for young people, and I was not left out, but I was able to lean in and trust heavily on God. And anytime I felt confused, which was a lot of times, I would go and ask and just pray and say, God, what do you want me to do? Like, what is the next step for me to take? Even in my job, how do I go about this? How do I go about that? And when ASU called off the strike, I was, oh God, you want me to resume back? And yes, everything worked out perfectly for me, because I was able to consistently trust God and leaning heavily on God. So that is one major lesson that I learned in 2022. Another thing that I learned, or 2022 taught me, was rejections can be redirection. And this comes really closely with trusting God, because I know that as individuals, we have like our own plans and how we want life to look like for us. And sometimes it doesn't always look like that. My 2022 did not exactly look like what I pictured. It wasn't exactly the painting that I painted for 2022 that happened, but I was always able to understand that each rejection for me was always redirecting me to something better, something in line with the plan of God for my life. And looking back at 2022, I have no regret at all how my life turned out, because it's way beautiful than I actually imagined. There were a lot of random events that just happened, and I was like, wow, so this is actually what God had in mind. And I'm actually very grateful for how my 2022 turned out, despite the rejections or redirections in quotes that might have happened. So rejection is a redirection, and because of the rejections of 2022, or the rejections that I faced in 2022, a habit that I picked up in 2022 was gratitude. So I started documenting or journaling my gratitude, and then I will keep it in a gratitude jar that I made, and I would write anything I was grateful for, anything throughout the year, no matter how little it was, for my life, for my friends, anything, no matter how the tiniest kind of incident or occurrence happened at the time. I remember there was a time that the cab I took going home from school almost had an accident, and it was so close, but at the same time, if someone could have easily shrugged it off and said, oh, at least the accident didn't happen. And that really, it was not a big deal, but at the same time a big deal, and I documented it. The thing about documenting things you're grateful for is at the end of the year, you will always, when I opened it on the 31st of December, I was able to look at things I have been grateful for since January. Even the growth on my YouTube channel, it has been a slow but steady growth, and I'm grateful nonetheless for every single tiny detail that has happened over the course of 2022. So 2022 taught me to be deliberately grateful. And yes, because I was leaning on God a lot, I have every single cause and every single reason to be grateful to God for 2022. Another lesson that I learned, which will be the last lesson for this video that I learned in 2022, was the power of friendships. I think I have made a video on building your circle and investing in your friendships earlier. But 2022 was that year that I heavily had to rely and draw strength from my friends as they did from me. 2022 was the year of my friends and I really praying for each other and like encouraging each other in the work of purpose and the work that God has called us to do. I know that there were times that I didn't know what to do, times I was frustrated, times I didn't even want to create videos at all, even when I took a break from YouTube, I had friends message me and say, "Oh, what's going on? Why haven't you posted? What is up? Like, what do you want me to come in and help you with?" And I'm so grateful for the friends that I have in my circle. I know they're going to see these videos and think, "Oh wow, she's actually being so emotional," but yeah, I'm so grateful for my friends. I'm grateful that I was also there for them when they needed me. I was also there when they needed someone to pray with them, when they needed someone to encourage them. And yes, so that lesson for 2022 is I was a good friend as much as I had good friends around me. And if that is something that you are still working on, this is me just encouraging you that in 2023, try to prioritize your friendships, try to be a good friend, try to be there for your friends as much as they will be there for you. Don't just draw from them and not give back. There were times where friends will call me and give a word from God and say, "Oh, what's going on?" And it will be something that I was exactly passing through, and that just provided comfort for me. And I was also there to call and say, "Oh, what's going on? Do you need me to pray with you in this area?" So in 2023, if you're watching this video and you haven't been investing in your friendships or prioritizing friendships, try to do that more in 2023. So I think that is about all the lessons that I learned. I learned quite a lot, but for the sake of YouTube, that is all that I learned. And I'm so grateful for the lessons. I'm so grateful for 2022. And I'm excited for 2023. I'm excited to be back on YouTube. And one thing I want to focus and prioritize on YouTube is consistency. I'm the kind of person that gets weighing all over my head on the type of content to create. I want it to be a certain way. I want to talk on certain topics. And as you guys know, I create content on nutrition. I did a lot of nutrition videos more in 2022. There were vlogs here and there, but I want to be able to merge both of them consistently here in 2023. There will be a lot of evidence-based nutrition videos as usual, especially with the fact that now I am increasing my knowledge, a master's in clinical nutrition and dietetics, guys. It's no joke. So yes, be expecting more nutrition videos, more evidence-based nutrition videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I plan to do a Q&A probably next month on nutrition questions that people have, and I would answer them. I don't know how that's going to be. I think I'll probably do that as a short or maybe as a whole video, but nonetheless, if you have any nutrition questions, any questions regarding diet and health, trust me to answer them. I also want to do a lot of lifestyle videos this time around. I want to open up be more open on YouTube, talk about my life as a student currently and how I study for exams or even study for my own personal development in general, and just take you guys around my life. So I want to do that, lean into more lifestyle videos this year, and also more evidence-based nutrition videos, of course, because I'm a registered nutritionist. And that will be the end of my life updates video. Concerning posting plan, I plan to post consistently because consistency is the goal that I'm trying to reach on YouTube and create videos consistently. So I'm looking at 2 videos a week. I don't know how that would work yet. I think I have an idea. I have a plan on how that will work, but then again, the fact that I'm a student will also come in at times. But I really want to make 2 videos a week work, or in the very least a video a week. I don't want to go a week in 2023 without putting a video up, no matter what is going on in my life, no matter how tired or busy it may seem. I want to make sure that no week goes by without me having a video up. So this is me putting this out also for accountability. 1 video a week, and at the end of 2023 I'll look at how many videos I have. So yes, 1 video a week in the very least, but I plan to post 2 videos consistently every week. And that would be the end of my life updates, my 2022 recap, and also what to expect on this channel in 2023. If this is your very first time seeing this space, let me do introductions. My name is Sola, and I am a registered nutritionist here in Nigeria, currently doing my master's in clinical nutrition and dietetics. So it's nice to have you guys here. Hit the subscribe button. Don't make this video your last. And like I have said, be expecting awesome content and amazing content in 2023. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.